what is the value of x, given that you have root x in parentheses to the power of 3 equals 8? Then let's have it to be solution. From here, we have root x to the power of 3 equals 8. Then we can have this 8 in base 3, in base 2, as 8 will be equals 2 to the power of 3. So we have this to be root x to the power of 3 equals 2 to the power of 3. Then take this to the other side. So we are going to have root x to the power of 3 minus 2 to the power of 3 equals 0. Then from here, when we have a to the power of 3 minus b to the power of 3, we call this difference of two cube equals as a minus b times a square plus ab plus b square. So from here, we are going to have this as root x minus 2 times this will be root x all in parentheses square plus 2 times root x plus 2 square equals 0. Now from here we have here to be root x minus 2 times this, we cancel out this, x plus 2 multiplied by root x, then plus 4 equals 0. So now from here, let's apply zero product rule. So we are going to have this to be root x minus 2 equals 0. If this equal to 0, this side will be 0. Or we have x plus 2 multiplied by root x plus 4 to be equals 0. Now, from here, let's consider this as case 1. So we are going to have this to be case 1. Then our root x minus 2 that equals 0. We can now have here to be root x equals 2. Square both sides will be root x square equals 2 to the power of 2. So we have here to be this, cancel out this. We have x to be equals 4. So these are first degree solution, x equals 4. Then when we also solve for this, now from here, we can have this as x plus 4 equals minus 2 multiplied by root x. Square both sides will be x plus 4 square equals minus 2 multiplied by root x square. Then we have to recall that when we have ab all in parentheses to the power of 2 equals a square times b square. So from here, the expansion of this will be x square plus 16 plus 2x times 4. Then this will be equals as minus 2 square, then root x square. So they will have this to be x square plus 2 times 4 is 8 times x, 8x plus 16 equals 4. This cancel out this 4x. Now, we have this to be x square plus 8x minus 4x plus 16 to be equal 0. So we have x squared plus 4x plus 16 to be equals 0. Solving this quadratically, we can have the following parameter: a to be the coefficient of x squared 1, b the coefficient of x 4, then c to be equals 16. So we have our x minus b, positive or negative, root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So from here we have x minus 4, which is minus b, positive or negative. Square root of 4 square. 4 times a is 1 times c, which is 16, over 2 times 1. So we have x minus 4 positive or negative. Here is 16 minus 4 times 16 over 2. So we have this as x minus 4 positive or negative. We can factor 16 outside from here. 16. This will be 1 minus 4 over 2. So we have x minus 4 positive or negative root of 16 times minus 3 over 2. So we have x minus 4 positive or negative with 16 times root of minus 3 over 2. Then when you have root of minus a equals root a times root of minus 1, then root of minus 1 equals I in a complex space. So we have here to be root a multiplied by I. So we have x to be minus 4 positive or negative. 16 is a perfect square as 4 to the power of 2 times root 3i over 2. Now, we have x to be this minus 4 positive or negative. This cancel out, this will be 4 multiplied by root 3i over 2. This will be minus 4 over 2 positive or negative. 4 multiplied by root 3i over 2. So we have x, this will be minus 2 positive or negative 2 multiplied by root 3i. Of course, this is a complex solution. Complex solution. Yx equals 4. This is really solution. Now to verify, we have here to be root x to the power of 3 equals 0 equals 8. Sorry. To verify, from here when x equals 4, we will be with 4. So going to give us 8. So this will be with 2 to the power of 2 to the power of 3. So going to be equals 8. And this cancel out is 2 to the power of 3 equals 8.